Alright, so here I am again. I was told to make a video by my wife, the Mrs. Savannah Guthrie, Charlie, of course, and his sister. God, I got your haircut. Looks really bad. Excuse the haircut. But that's the way it goes. Anyway, so how's it going this evening, everyone? I love you guys, all that. Bale, I love you, my dear. Charlie, you're standing right here. You guys are right here with me. And Mom is too. I just got a kiss from Guthrie in the spirit. It's wild, visions like that, when you can see and vision things. Because she's right, you can feel them when they materialize just enough, you can actually feel them and feel whoever's with you, But anyway, it's pretty cool. It's very cool, actually. But I also prefer the actual physical person much more than I do the spirit of that person, I would much rather hold my wife's hand, actually, physical hand. As you know, we're joined at the hip, or we're going to be. We're having to have surgery. There's a surgeon in Midtown Manhattan someplace that does joining at the hip. Yeah, Charlie and I too. We're welded. Charlie and I are welded at the hip and the heart. And Vale and I are welded everywhere. I mean, we're welded, the hip and the heart too. Anyway, I can't wait to get the surgery done and the welding done, because the weld is stronger than the metal. Hey, Charlie. That's right. That's what Father says too. So anyway, Cardinal shirt. I got my Cardinal shirt on because we're gonna end up purchasing the Cardinals as a family with the Mazzilliaks and all, which I can't wait. And we're gonna have some really cool, awesome ex-players working for John Mazzilliak and his management team, which I can't wait to see all that happen. I'm ready to go to the ball game. They built the new Busch Stadium. Was it 2003? That was the inaugural season in 2003, and I haven't been to it. I've been outside it. I have video of outside the park and pictures, but I've never actually been inside the new Busch down there. So I can't wait to actually go in there, and they get some really cool cuisine, nowadays at ballparks, specialty stuff. And I talked to one of the chefs one time outside. I said, "Hey, how's it going, chef? And anything good to eat?" And he said, "Oh yeah." So I look forward to having some of that good food one of these days at Busch Stadium or any other ballpark. I just haven't been to a baseball game since a long time, since the '80s, wasn't it? '90s, '80s. I haven't been to a Cardinal game since the '80s. Well, one thing led to another, and I was otherwise, busy, starting to do all this stuff. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a great evening. I should mention that while I talk about when this started. For me, all of this started in 1991, late October of 1991, which led up to where I am now, as revealed as, Yeshua and all that good stuff, and the Messiah. But it started October 29th, 1991. Was it 29th, Father? Yeah, the 29th, 1991. I mean, I remember the exact date when all this kind of started to go this way for me. And that's when anyway, I'm not going to go into it in great depth, but that's when it started. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a good evening. I could show you around, but I'll just stand here for a few minutes. So I'm getting ready to hit it here before too long, and can't wait. Problems, that kind of thing. People always want to lay shit on you that you don't really deserve, and they always want to do it at a time when I think they're going to get by with it. But ultimately they don't, and that's what's going on now. So at any rate, what should I talk about, Miss Guthrie, Mr. Charlie? Anything, Miss Vale? The Who? What about the Who? The band? Okay, help me out. Talk about it. How they're all coming back together. Okay, really? Okay. So it turns out, as you know, Pete Townsend, the Who, I should say, the Who, are all former apostles from 2,000 years ago. Of course, Peter was Peter. Roger was actually the Apostle Mark, who was close with Peter then and he is now. Then John was John the Revelator. And Keith Moon, I have yet to find out what Keith Moon is. But they're all coming back. John Angelos is still alive. And so is Keith Moon. Mooney, as we call him. I saw him. Anyway, I can't wait to see those guys, I saw it. So we talk all the time in the spirit like this. You know, I'm talking to these guys right now. They're gonna, oh, put an album out, jazz. Okay, so turns out Pete Townsend and Keith Moon, he was jazz. Okay, turns out Keith Townsend, well, you can say Keith Townsend, no, Pete Townsend of The Who, started playing jazz guitar at his father's tutelage when he was 5 years old. Did dad teach him? Okay, his dad taught him, started at 5 years old. He's an amazing jazz guitarist. I mean, like, wow. He's the best I've ever heard, you know? And so he plays with his dad in that one tune. But he and The Who, Keith Moon was also a jazz drummer, started out as a jazz drummer. So they're going to put out a jazz album. I hope so. Jazz guitar and all that, you know? Jazz tunes. Of course, Roger Daltrey and vocals. Mark. All right. That's cool. I just got the word. Is this just now the word? I'm getting the word, so I'm breaking it to the world. I wasn't sure what was actually going on there for a second. So, breaking news, right? The Who's going to put out a jazz album. One of these, they're working on it last stuff. It's got a ways to go. Oh, and when we do this, we're going to do a venue up in, is it Hamptons too? How many acres? 53? It's going to be a 53-acre venue. And this is what's cool about it. It's going to be created by the artists, you know, all the musicians, artists, all of them. And it's going to be designed by them and run by them. Metallica is going to actually, the band Metallica is going to do the sound system, the sound arrangement for the entire venue, inside and out. It's going to be a 25,000 seat outside venue, but it's covered up, right? Okay, but it'll be outside, covered completely, but outside. The main venue. And there's going to be other, like, there's going to be an education center too for musicians and music, and also like performing arts like plays and ballet and things like that. We plan on having the Nutcracker there every winter time, and, you know, stuff like that. Plus teaching workshops on musicians and drama and things like that. We'll have people like Ben Stiller on deck and on board and all that kind of stuff. He was Israel. Yeah, I wrestled that guy for 3 days. So anyway, that was a tough one. All right, young Israel. So he's going to be involved in all this drama stuff. So it's going to be a completely wild, you know, sort of venue with recording studio. There's going to be a professional recording studio, which Metallica is going to be responsible for the all the in-studio recording equipment and design. It's going to be, we're going to have a Pete Townsend, Ronnie Lane theme, the Who, kind of Who theme overall. I want Pete Townsend and Ronnie Lane to be up front, prominent, in a very awesome photograph of those two guys back when they were still, you know, playing music together. They're still playing music together. But you know what I mean? It's going to have that photograph right there. Father will show you guys the photo in your hands right there. That's Pete Townsend and Ronnie Lane of the Faces. Ronnie Lane played with Faces. Rod Stewart. Kenny Jones, who played for drums for The Who for a couple of albums. Two albums? Three albums, Kenny Jones. Anyway. Ron Wood, my guitarist. Just all kinds of shit. See, while I'm sitting here talking to you guys, there's a freaking, like I said, demons kind of play off my head, you know, they're all wound up. So as I'm trying to think of the Faces guys, one of them's going John Dinsmore, which John Dinsmore was The Doors. And what was the other one? Anyway, Leslie West, which was Mountain, anyway. They just try and mess your head up. So you just got to laugh at them and go on, because it's fucking really silly the way they are. Not only in life, but in, you know, demon world. So it's a trip. They just like to cuss me and curse me and all. I don't want to get involved in all that. But back to the venue, which is important. So we're going to start on that. It's going to be 53 acres, like I said, in total. It's going to have a museum. We're going to have a museum there. Rock and roll, drama type, you know, themes and all that kind of stuff. It's also going to have a gift shop, which is rock and roll stuff, Beatles gear, Who gear, you know, all that kind of cool stuff you can buy anytime. And it's going to have a shop, part of a shop where, you know, these guys, these ladies and gentlemen in the music industry, a lot of them are artists, you know, that do artwork and stuff like that. So there's going to be an art store where you can go in and purchase their art, original art, you know, if you want to. It was cool, totally cool. And they're going to, anyway, I guess that's it. What else was there? But it's going to be really cool. I don't know all the details on it. This is just things I learned from listening to others in my head, you know. But Metallica is going to do the lead on this, which is going to be totally cool. I can't wait. Talk about father sons. Let's go. I just heard him right now. I just heard James do his "Let's Go" cry. Let's go. Him and Charlie does that. Charlie Feldman actually started it when he was protecting me. Him and his guys are protecting me. When I go out to the store or something like that, they buffalo. In the spirit, they buffalo for me. And Charlie always starts out with, "Let's go." So Metallica now does that because they're messing around with these guys too, you know, the youngsters. We're all one great big happy family in our hearts and our spirit and everything. And all this stuff's been going on. So Metallica now adopts the James and now it "Let's Go." An homage to Mr. Charlie Feldman started it, which I think is the greatest thing because those guys do nothing but protect me. I'm gonna tell you this too, Charlie. Like I said earlier, I can't wait till you guys are all about 25 years old to see you guys at 25. These guys are gonna be. Anyway, I can't wait to see them. And same with the ladies too, the young ladies that are now, and they're 11, 12, teens, etc. You know, and younger than that, Haley and Hope. I can't wait to see these folks when, you know, the youngsters, when they're 25 and 30 years old. They're going to just be heavenly. And that really is the theme, heavenly, for those kind of kids. So, can't wait. All right, Charlie, you hear me? All right. So I guess I'll cut this off now, Guthrie. Is there anything else I need to touch on? Do you want me to talk again later on or something, maybe? I might do another one of these tonight. But Guthrie says it really helps to see my face and know that I love her. See, I'll show you, Guthrie. I can do this. Remember I did it? Can you do that? Watch my nostrils. Flaring nostrils. Curl tongue. Both come in handy sometimes. But anyway, that's a whole different thing. All right, I'm going to cut this off. I love you, Savannah, Guthrie. I want to talk about one other thing before I hang up. This is what I do to Savannah and her girlfriend. Hey, look, it's Chuckles the father. How are you doing tonight? I'll tell you to laugh for it. I'll give it to you later on. I promise, okay? All right, Hoodle's going to like it too. All right, Chuckles is going to perform later maybe on video. We'll have to wait and see. But this is how I totally mess with Guthrie and the ladies at work when they're in the building at NBC 30 Rock, right? They can hear me in there. We talk. So anyway, when they get on the elevator to like leave, there's 5 of them that leave. They all ride their bikes home, right? It's Haskell, Elizabeth, Adriana, Brock, Savannah, Hoda, Kelly Clarkson, and is that it? That's it, I guess. Anyway, they get on the elevator with their bikes, right? And there's people on the elevator with them too. And so I do this. I go, all right, Savannah, what'd you do that for? And they all hear it, except for the people. They just fall to the floor. So that really is me, Savannah. Go to. You just have to deal with it, baby. I'm going to do it when we're actually together in an elevator. I'm going to go, and then I'm going to move away from you and say, golly, Savannah. You know, that's rude. She's probably hearing me right now. All right. I'm going to cut this off. I love you guys. All right. Ciao. Here, I'm going to cut this off. I love you, Guthrie. Charlie, my man, Vale. Good Mallory, my girls. All right. Okay. Here we go. Ciao. 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 I got to push this button. Give me a countdown for it, Charlie.